That was Split Screen from Horror Dads Productions, and today with us we have some of the cast and crew from the film we just watched. If everyone wants to go around and introduce yourself and your relation to Split Screen.
Mike, I feel like it's best if you start, buddy.
All right, so my name is Michael. Okay, I will start. There's like a delay, like some kind of delay. Yeah, my name is Michael Rock. I'm a actor, director, producer. I play the guy that comes in at the end of the parade. I come in and save the day.
Okay, and how about Matt?
Yes. So I was Todd in one of the first interviews, and I helped as production assistant with Josh and Hunter with the second part of Split Screen, the Illinois Valley Murder Tapes. Yes. I can't speak.
And then
man.
Clawhammer Killer himself.
What's up, everybody? I'm Hunter. I'm the Clawhammer Killer. Writer, director, producer, actor, all for Horror Dads Productions.
Allegedly, the claw.
Allegedly.
Don't call the cops.
Nobody.
And then we also have Dustin. Maybe.
International Man of Mystery.
There we go.
Hey, it's the cowboy.
Sorry, my office is a mess right now. I just finished a podcast and it's in my closet.
Well, we want to thank everyone for joining and getting together to talk a little bit about Split Screen. So let's kind of just start off and with everyone's own just how they got into the fields, the interest of filmmaking, and specifically this production. And we can start with go back to Matt and start with Matt.
Yeah. So in high school and stuff like that, I worked on plays, writing, directing, and stuff like that. And I also a podcaster, and I have a couple YouTube channels where I discuss horror movies and stuff like that. And through that process, I got introduced to Dillon Brown and Joshua Brucker and all these awesome gentlemen here on the screen with me as well. So it's been an exciting journey so far, and I'm really looking forward to what's next with Horror Dads, with other projects that are coming along the way as well. So, Hunter, you can't say too much right now, obviously.
Right.
So.
And Michael?
So I got into acting maybe a little bit more than 3 years ago. Basically, I needed something to balance me out because my real life job, I do forensics in child sexual exploitation cases. So I needed something that was completely opposite of that. And I decided to give acting a shot, and I went to an audition for Dillon Brown's movie, The Flock, to play a mercenary. And I got the role, and he liked working with me so much. He asked me to come back for Tao Joe, and we've been a team ever since.
Awesome. And Dustin?
Sorry.
You good?
Yeah, so I got into filmmaking about a year ago. I met all these guys through some groups on Facebook, and Dillon Brown was the first one that kind of took me under his wing and said, "Hey, man, I'll help you out making a movie and things." So from there on, we just developed a really cool friendship. And then he said they were doing Split Screen and asked me to do a quick little cameo. So he just kind of gave me an idea of what he wanted me to do, and I threw on a cowboy hat and went after it.
I just realized we're talking about Split Screen, and we're in a 6-way split screen.
That's true.
Is that symbolism? I don't know. Shower thoughts.
And then our killer himself.
So ex-law enforcement for 3 years. Ended up stopping that. Wanted to kind of pursue my passion. I did this a long time ago. And now I just act in movies and do all this stuff with the Horror Dads. Met again on Facebook and just kind of rolled out with them. and I'm a digital media production teacher now as well. So I actually teach people how to do this at a career technical school. So it's been a blessing. Never feel like I go to work a day in my life because I love what I do.
Awesome.
And I think I'm also the only one using a phone because my computer is not that good. So
Or perhaps you're a serial killer on the run and you can't be tied down by having to set up a full computer.
yeah, I don't have enough time. I gotta keep moving. That's why these Christmas decorations are still up back.
Classic truck stop call here. We're on to you.
And throughout this interview, we'll also be taking some viewer questions, such as this one. And it says, was the alien in the first production all CGI, or were there some practical effects involved?
That was 100% practical. So the mask is from Immortal Masks, and then the body portion is a skin suit from just from Amazon. It is actually a recycled skin suit from our previous movie, Ghost. There's like these like demons in the beginning of the movie, and so we just recycled that suit.
Interesting. And so I read in the comments that the second story took 2 days to shoot. So in all, how long did it take for this entire project from creation through being edited? How long did that take?
So the Grays was shot in 2 days. Grays was shot in 2 days. So as far as editing, maybe a week or so. You know, Dillon did all the editing and stuff like that. A lot of it was filmed either in his garage or my girlfriend's house. So like the alien attack was at my girlfriend's house, so it was just real easy, just kind of driving back and forth, and you know, having friends come in and have one of my buddies come do the alien. He did a fantastic job. So real simple, real easy, no script.
Yeah, and the same thing for the Illinois Valley murder tapes. That was just done Friday into a Sunday, so 2 days total. I think I got into Illinois where that was filmed. Like, I don't know, Matt, you were there.
Yeah.
Probably like, I got there sometime around 11 o'clock p.m. We started, shot till like 3 o'clock in the morning. The next day we filmed all day, and that was it. Editing probably about a week, like Mike said. And then that connecting segment with the hacker, he built that whole program himself for this movie and did that. I don't know how long that took him though, but this movie did not take very long, and it was about $1,000 total. I'd like to say, all in all, hands down.
Money well spent.
And what was it about this project that excited you, or what component about this project was attractive to you and made you want to get involved?
Man, for me, it's definitely playing the opposite of what people normally cast me as, which is like a good guy. I want to be the bad guy. So if you're out there and you want to cast me in your movie, I want to be the bad guy. And so being able to play the serial killer, when Josh approached me with that idea, I jumped all over it. Like, yeah, man, it's definitely something different because I don't know. I love the idea of how things work. So that was the appeal to me. And then being the first found footage double feature was pretty cool. I just saw Thomas Burke in the comments.
He made an appearance.
Yeah, yes, he did.
Yeah. He said it only took him a couple of days to edit that segment, so
He's
it's
a
good
wizard.
to see Thomas. But yeah, and so who else?
Oscar had a question.
Oh,
What was it? Do you guys have a director influence?
I wish the directors were in here to talk about that.
So, you can make anything up. You're here and they're not. So.
Told you just get the lackeys tonight, man.
They were very inspired.
The inmates
off the
run the
director.
asylum, so
I know Josh and Dillon. They were both telling me they were very inspired off of the director that made the movie Cats. I'm just kidding.
What he meant to say was Howard the Duck.
For me though, so Mike and I are actually directing each segment, and right, Mike? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. Split Screen 2 is going to be directed by myself and Hunter.
Yeah.
nice.
So we're each making a segment in that. So I would have to say director I really love and loosely know a couple family members of his are John Carpenter. Love The Thing. So if I had to do any sort of movie, if I could add, to the world, it would definitely be The Thing, because I love John Carpenter. So that's it. I'm fired.
With me, I am not. I don't know, man. Like I'm very different as far as inspiration from directors and stuff. I have none. I don't have any really. If I'm creating something, if I'm directing something, I come up with an idea and I make it my own and I go with my vision. Honestly, I can't really think of any director that has inspired me to do anything. So. Well, you know what? Maybe Dillon Brown. There you go.
There you go. Maybe.
I'm here because of Dillon Brown.
Got a future in
I'm
politics.
not even. Truth is, I'm not even a found footage guy. But I make all these found footage movies, and I'm in these found footage movies.
Take that back.
And it's all because of Dillon. And I have a blast doing them. I have a blast coming up with ideas and bouncing ideas off of Dillon and stuff like that. So, director-wise, Dillon Brown is it. There you go.
What themes can we expect to see in Split Screen 2?
So my segment is called "It Watches Me Sleep," and that is it's based off of a story that was actually created by Dillon Brown, and he came to me years ago about it, and it was originally supposed to be a 15-minute short, and so we are just bouncing ideas off each other and stuff like that, and it's going to have to deal with a former soldier dealing with PTSD and addiction and all this other crazy stuff. Things go wild. So I'm really excited to do that one because I can tap into some real world experiences and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to getting production going on that.
Awesome.
Mine. Hold on. I saw a comment here. I don't work for free, King. Just to let you know, buddy. No, I'm just messing with you, man. But mine is called File 191 Skinwalker. Don't want to go into much more detail than that.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
Matt's shaking his head because he was trying to help me think of ideas for what to call mine, but I've settled. So
I mean, that's vague enough to mean something. So that's all you need. That's all you need, baby.
we'll work it out. I'm sure you could probably guess what's going to be in that.
We'll fix it in post. So that's all good.
We'll get changed.
So
We'll
what does everyone have? What is everyone currently working on and having? Does anyone have any projects that are going to be releasing anytime in the next 4 to 6 months?
Perhaps
we-
of horror.
Oh, so Horror Dads as a company in whole, I was mentioning this with talking back and forth with a few people earlier. We are actually building the Cryptidverse, which consists of several movies. So Woodman, Tahoe Joe, the sequel to Tahoe Joe, Woodman, the sequel to Woodman, Split Screen, at least the first one. The second one won't be connected per se. But yeah, so check out all those. Woodman just dropped. That's currently on Amazon Prime and a few other things. I'm going to plug it because I can. So Woodman's awesome. Check that out.
Michael, you got a super chat.
There's a super
You have
chat.
to strip for that legally. I don't make the rules.
DBS Films, man, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, man. We never actually talked, but thanks, man.
It sounds like you have to now.
I feel like
Yeah, we have to now.
DBS is leaving me out over here. What the heck, DBS? I'm here too.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah, I have an anthology that's dropping soon where I actually play the Clawhammer Killer again as well.
Cool.
So
Nice.
just kind of like a little quick cameo. So that's cool. So keep an eye out for that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. We finish filming Tahoe Joe 2 tomorrow. And so Dillon and I have been running around like crazy today, getting all of our props ready, touching base with all the actors, going to the location, scouting things out, filming a couple scenes beforehand. So we are super pumped about this, man. Like this is big. This Tahoe Joe 2 is Well, so Tao Joe 1 was very unique in concerns of other Bigfoot films. Tao Joe 2 is going to blow people's minds. What we have planned, people are going to be like, holy cow, I did not see this coming. So we're really excited about this.
Awesome. And Matt?
Yeah. So hopefully to get involved a little bit more projects. I did shoot a couple of scenes for a couple projects that are coming out later this year. With Cat Films, I did something with them for it as well. Dustin did too. And then we are creating Horror Raven with Hunter and Dustin and a couple other people, and we are slowly dropping new things as we're making details, shorts, trailers, features, and all that stuff too. So make sure to check that out and follow all that stuff. We have great stuff coming, treatments being worked on, and lots of shooting, I think, in the summer at this point in time.
Awesome. And Dustin?
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a busy guy at the moment. I did do a short segment for Hunter's Anthology coming out here soon. And like Matt said, I did a couple other little short segments for Wolfcat Features. And I am currently working on my own 5-episode miniseries called Midnight Feature. It's going to be my found footage homage to old shows like Creep Show and Tales from the Crypt. So it's going to be just kind of balls out, just crazy. None of the episodes are going to, tie into each other. It's kind of an anthology. Mr. Mike Rock there is directing an episode.
I wrap next week.
Yes, sir. Dillon Brown is directing an episode. Josh Brucker is directing an episode. So I got all the horror dads.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, Dustin, I don't think I'm directing an episode. That's kind of weird, huh?
Well, it's a little weird that you told me, no, I only like to act.
Nah, it's true. I only like to act. I do direct every now and again, but I'm just messing with you guys.
DBS is also hyping up Tahoe Joe too. I mean, we got
DBS,
Tahoe
I'm
Joe.
really feeling left out.
I mean,
I'll pay you later,
become
Hunter.
pointed
Don't worry.
now.
DBS Films, you got it, man. I'm there. Just say the word. I got you.
You see, Samantha said we need Tahoe Joe toes. That's the kids are clamoring for the toes. They want more Tahoe Joe.
Tahoe Joe OnlyFans.
I don't care what you do. Just make sure you wash your hands when you're done. Okay.
Rich is dying on that sword, man. I'm telling you, he's always bringing up Tao Joe toes. His edible candy.
So, well, to wrap up this Q&A interview video, one more question for all of you, and that is, what is one thing you want viewers to take away from Split Screen?
Stay out of Illinois.
Yeah.
That's a very fair assessment from some.
I'm not even in that state right now. Don't worry.
Only Patrick has to worry about that.
Man, I think for me, for Split Screen as well as all of our other movies, the biggest takeaway is that, man, we're all dads. We all have busy lives. We all have careers. And we don't have tons of funding. But we're out there doing our thing, man. We're out there making movies, and our movies do get some hate, but they also get a lot of love.
Mm-hmm.
We have people reaching out to us all the time, and we have big time fans, and it's amazing to see our films out there doing what they're doing for people. So the biggest thing is, if you have an idea, if you have a phone, don't let lack of funding or lack of experience, stop you. Go out there and just do your thing. And every project that you make, you're just going to learn from the last one and get better and better and better. Just go out there and do your thing, man. Reach for the stars.
Yeah, I wish I could start over. Patrick and I started with VHS-C cameras and Windows Movie Maker. It is so much easier now to film something and get it on the internet. The upload speeds have improved a little bit since the early 2000s. So, and the YouTube length restrictions are gone. So, that's a good point. Do it.
Do
But you,
Matt?
Don't go to the woods.
I'll go. For me, like I said, having just gotten in this field, and like the story of how I ended up with Josh doing split screen is just a wild story for me. It's just an interview from Dillon, and he's like, "Hey, I know a guy in Illinois, got up there, and like never met Josh." He's like, "You know what? I'm going to take a long weekend and go film a movie in the middle of Illinois in the woods that night with someone I don't know." and this guy right over here too. It's I think really what I have found with these group of people and horror dads and everyone else that I have met through this community in the past about 8-9 months is be honest with yourself, be honest with them, and you can get a good collaboration going and have respect for everyone that you do, because I have found it's such a passion. This indie horror filmmaking is such a passion to do, and it really shows in your work. And as Mike said, just get the camera out there, make something, write a script, do small treatments, work your way up. And honestly, when I got into this, the bug bit me. And Hunter knows and Dustin knows that I am ready to go forward into this field and just explore it to no end.
Awesome. Dustin?
I think that I would like people to just learn to enjoy found footage for what it is. Support indie horror filmmakers such as these fine gentlemen, myself. It doesn't have to be some big, huge, multi-million-dollar Hollywood budget. Sure, those are great, but just embrace the creativity. Kind of piggybacking off of what Mike said. If you have a dream and a passion and a camera, go after it. If it's something that you're thinking about doing and you watch this movie and think, wow, that looks like it might be fun, then just do it. Pick up your camera and just get out there and do it. Get some buddies together and put something together, post it, in a Facebook group or something. Say, hey, what do y'all think? We'll give you honest feedback. That's what happened for me. These guys, like, hey, I'll give you some feedback and help you out. So just, don't be afraid to chase after something. And I think don't be afraid to watch new, stuff. I mean, people out there, I think, get kind of jaded and they want the same thing over and over. And I think split screen proved that it's not going to be the same thing over and over. Coming from horror dads, they're kind of changing the genre around a little bit, and they're adding some new great stuff. And I'm really proud of these guys for what they're doing. And I'm just happy to say I know them. So,
DBS, you're an animal.
I guess that leaves me, huh?
Yes.
All that was the best advice. No pressure.
The best. Man. So I don't know. I agree a lot with Mike. Nobody starts out great in anything, whether it be acting or being a director or anything. But don't give up on it. Do the small things that add up and get better, grow some thick skin, because like Mike said, there's going to be some haters, but honestly, at the end of the day, who cares? I'm having a lot of fun and I'm in movies. So that's all that matters. Did I ever think that I'd be here? I have no idea. And gosh, back when I was in high school, I remember, like all those voting, like, most likely to be in a movie or whatever. Like I always wanted to be in a movie. I never got voted most likely to be in a movie. In fact, I won best hair in high school, and I have gray hair all the way around. I shave it short, and but I was always the kid that was like, yeah, I'm gonna be in a movie one day, and I never won that. But you know what? Now here I am, and I've been involved in a lot of movies, and it's just because I didn't give up, even when I heard a bunch of no's or people that didn't believe in me or whatever else it is, So just follow your heart and follow your passion, no matter what it is you want to do. And if you want to make a movie, get out there and make it, just like Mike said. It's not hard.
Like the 25th reunion, you make everybody sit down and watch some screeners of everything you've done and show them. They have to re-award.
At the 20, we never even had a 5 or 10 year reunion.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. You come in and you just drop your entire filmography before anybody's
Hopefully
allowed
by
to
then
redeem
I
a
could be
drink
in
ticket.
something awesome,
So
Hopefully by then I can be. I love all of our stuff. I mean, when I say awesome, I mean hopefully by then, like, you know, I could be in something like huge, like multi-million-dollar. I keep getting no's from all those people, so maybe I suck still, but I don't know. It's all good.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
they're uncultured swine. They aren't ready.
Just don't know what you're
Not
missing
ready.
out. I'll do my best. I promise.
Maybe if
Well,
you make
guys,
the
we
leap
want
to
to
real
thank you.
murder.
We want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. Talk about split screen. Talk about your upcoming projects and so much more. Where can people find you on the interwebs if they want to connect?
Let's see. For me, we can go. You find Horror Nerd on Instagram, Cadre Mike Rock on Instagram, Michael Rock on Facebook, and Horror Dads on Instagram and Facebook as well.
I'll go. So you can find me out at all social media at Pod Out at Night. I have a podcast where my co-host and I interview great people for YouTube channel with indie horror makers. We also write articles, horror articles for Spoiler Magazine, and also our podcast is part of the Comic-Con Radio Network. So make sure to check that out as well. Yeah, and just all the fun stuff.
You can find me on Facebook as my name, Dustin Tamplin, and then I also have Hot Death Horror movie group on there for my Hot Death Horror Productions. Also a podcast, Hot Death Horror Podcast. It's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And then I'm also on Instagram, Hot Death Horror. X is Hot Death Horror. And I'm pretty sure I have a TikTok out there somewhere too, but I haven't been on it in quite a while. But yeah, I'm pretty easy to find on the social.
Yeah, Horror Dads, just like Mike said, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or X, if you want to call it that now, anything like that. Or you can just Hunter Nino on Facebook and Hunter Nino _ on Instagram, I think it is. Go ahead and follow me. Send me a friend request. I'll accept it. And then, like Matt actually mentioned earlier, Horror Raven, spelled RAVIN, is a new thing that we're kind of doing, focusing a lot on horror shorts and just general horror content outside of features. Maybe eventually we'll get to features on that, but just something fun that a group of friends are trying to do. Hopefully one day be able to make money doing it. But, you know, at the end of the day, I think it's all about passion. And so, yeah, Hunter Nino, add me. I don't care. We'll have fun. We'll talk.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Tomorrow night we have another double feature starting at, I believe it's 8 Eastern. 2 movies. Forgot what they are, but stay tuned. Tomorrow night,
Are they
2
free?
premieres back to back. Yes, they are.
On Kings of Horror? Unheard of.